In the misty landscapes of Irish folklore, few supernatural entities evoke as much terror and fascination as the Dullahan, a spectral horseman whose very appearance signals imminent death. Unlike the romanticized fairies of modern imagination, the Celtic supernatural world teems with dark, powerful beings that embody the complex relationship between life, death, and the mystical realms that lie just beyond human perception. The Dullahan's origins can be traced back to the most primordial layers of Celtic religious practices, particularly those associated with Crom Dubh, a fertility god whose worship involved deeply disturbing rituals. Human sacrifices, often involving ritualistic decapitation, were performed to appease this deity and ensure bountiful harvests. When Christianity supplanted these ancient pagan beliefs, the sacrificial practices vanished, but the collective memory of these dark traditions survived through folklore. The decapitated form of the Dullahan is believed to be a haunting manifestation of these ancient sacrificial rites. By preserving the image of a headless being, Celtic mythology transformed a brutal religious practice into a supernatural messenger, a liminal figure that bridges the world of the living and the dead. The Dullahan is not merely a ghost or spirit, but a meticulously described supernatural entity. Typically depicted as a headless horseman, he rides a powerful black horse, which in some versions is also headless, through the Irish countryside. In more elaborate accounts, he drives a sinister carriage constructed from the most macabre materials imaginable. Wheels fashioned from human leg bones, lanterns made from skulls, and a covering sewn from decaying funeral shrouds. His weaponry is equally terrifying. A whip crafted from a human spine allows him to blind anyone who dares to witness his passing. Some legends suggest he throws basins of blood at observers, further emphasizing his role as a harbinger of death and his connection to ancient sacrificial practices. Despite his seemingly omnipotent nature, the Dullahan is not without weaknesses. Gold is his singular vulnerability, a fact that has inspired generations of folklore enthusiasts and survivors to carry golden trinkets as potential protection. When gold is thrown in his path, the Dullahan is compelled to halt his supernatural journey, offering a glimmer of hope in the face of seemingly inevitable doom. Central to the Dullahan mythology is the Celtic belief that the head represents the soul's primary residence. A headless being, therefore, is not just a monster but a profoundly tragic figure, a soulless entity condemned to eternal wandering. This philosophical perspective transforms the Dullahan from a mere supernatural creature into a complex symbol of existential separation and spiritual displacement. Much of our contemporary understanding of the Dullahan comes from Thomas Crofton Croker's seminal work, Fairy Legends and Traditions of the South of Ireland, published in 1825. Despite controversies surrounding manuscript collaborations and attribution, Croker's collection became a cornerstone in documenting Irish supernatural folklore. The collection includes several pivotal stories about the Dullahan, including the haunting poem, The Death Coach, which vividly captures the creature's terrifying essence. This poem describes a headless coach racing through the countryside, its very description a visceral manifestation of death's inexorable approach. One of the most compelling Dullahan narratives involves a young man named Charlie, who encounters the Headless Horseman during a stormy night. Unlike many tales that end in tragedy, Charlie's story offers a nuanced perspective on supernatural encounters, suggesting that courage and respect might momentarily stay death's hand. In this legend, Charlie maintains his composure despite overwhelming fear, even accepting a race challenge from the Dullahan. His bravery is rewarded not with death, but with a supernatural guardian who ensures his success in a subsequent horse race. The Dullahan has transcended its folkloric origins, becoming a powerful archetype in contemporary storytelling. From literature to film and video games, this headless harbinger continues to captivate audiences, representing humanity's eternal fascination with the mysteries of mortality. At its core, the Dullahan mythology reflects a profound cultural understanding of death, not as a sudden, violent interruption, but as a journey, a transition guided by supernatural forces. The Headless Horseman becomes a metaphor for the inevitable, a reminder that no barrier can prevent our ultimate rendezvous with mortality. The Dullahan stands as more than a mere monster of Irish folklore. He is a complex symbol embodying ancient religious practices, philosophical contemplations about the soul, and humanity's perpetual confrontation with the unknown. Whether viewed through the lens of mythology, anthropology, or spiritual reflection, the Dullahan remains a powerful testament to the rich, intricate, supernatural traditions of Celtic culture. So when darkness falls and you hear distant hoofbeats echoing through the night, remember the legend of the Dullahan, and perhaps keep a gold coin close at hand.